this is Kitty.
And I'm Sam.
And this is Hope in Every Sense. And today we want to talk about another not so common sense that I think, again, would have been a little bit, we would have figured stuff out with Junebug a little bit faster, possibly, if we had known about this one. So, there is a system that is responsible for body awareness and movement control. And here are some common signs that something is probably not 100%, normal. Everyone will use that word. Alright, it's using excessive or inefficient force. So applying too much or too little pressure during activities like writing, high fives, or handling objects. So again, when Junebug started to go to school, that became a lot more obvious because, they do a lot more stuff with that. And, before that, of course, I bet you're not really going to pay attention to whether or not, being a supportive parent, I'm like, yay, you're drawing 3 lines. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then the second one would be clumsiness. Now I wouldn't have said that I would have said she was clumsy, but again, I wouldn't have said she was extremely coordinated either. She was, in the middle. Seeking intense physical activities, enjoying jumping, crashing, or rough play, showing preference for tight hugs or snug clothing. She didn't really do any of that.
Yeah.
Overactivity, preferring constant movements such as running instead of walking. I think she was almost sort of like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I mean, all toddlers want to run around. I
right.
mean, they do. But I mean, she wouldn't it wasn't excessive.
Yeah.
Difficulty with fine motor tasks, struggling with activities requiring precise hand movements like writing or buttoning clothes again. So yes, again, when she went to school and it was this is where she should be, this is the level she should be at, it was getting pretty obvious. Not there.
Yeah.
Preference for certain textures or sensations, favoring crunchy or chewy food, or seeking deep pressure sensation. Okay, so she does like the deep pressure massages that we've been getting from OT, figuring out from OT videos and stuff. But we didn't know that before that, and she's never really shown preferences for what she eats, in that sense. So, but anyway, so recognizing the signs is crucial for identifying, so these are some signs that if you're seeing a lot on this list, or some of these are really, really obvious, then there's probably you might probably want to go talk to a good doctor about seeing an occupational therapist.
Yeah.